Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Starfield with Bad Day Guy Gaming. And we've made it back to the outpost. I've dropped off all the stuff, did a few upgrades on my weapons and everything, and I thought I'd show you guys some of the upgrades to the place that these guys have done while I was away. Starting off, coming in on the landing pad here. They've done a few upgrades with storage containers, moving things around, and set up a few more workstations and things around to help keep the guys busy. They've been doing pretty good, fixing the place up, monitor terminals for some of my supplies, some upgrades in planning as they're surveying for more resources. They've even got a better upgraded manufacturing location here set up for some of the more complex items. They've added some extra habitats and such. We have a fully functional clinic, which we don't actually have a doctor here. Everybody just sort of pitches in. But we do have a pretty decent little lab slash medical facility here set up with all the basics and everything that everybody needs. And Lynn, hold your breath. Lynn set up her own little quarters on top up here. Which, of course, she's kind of got the nicest place right now. Oh. Basics. She's got herself a little kitchen and cook area here. A nice little living room. She collects a lot of the older antique items and such. A little workstation over here for her. She's got one of those adjustable desks too, so I'm a little bit jealous on that. Sarah, who's the resident botanist, has done a few minor improvements on her place up here. Oh no, just doing a quick tour. Thought I'd give people a little look at your place here. She's got the usual setup here. Oh, her little robot likes to hang out in here. Even though the greenhouses, which we'll get to in a moment, have a lot of plants, she tends to have a lot inside here. Oh, including the fact that she's got a pretty massive wine collection.
Yes.
Oh, engineering robot. He's doing his rounds. Heller's got his place here, which is sort of a typical bachelor pad. Basic kitchen. Nothing super special. Very basic toilet as usual. Decent. He's got his flat screen TV. Likes to hang out, watch his movies. Got his beer cooler right next to him. Simple workstation. He's out mostly doing things. So he's got his little weight bench here where he works out and everything. And then, of course, he's got his bed here. So, yeah, this is his place. Typical bachelor pad. And since he handles most of the cargo shipments and stuff like that, and the inventories, his place is set up here so he can see the ships coming in. Not that you can't just hear them coming from a mile away. Did some improvements on the power supply because we've got our greenhouses here. With just some of the basics around, some of the tools and things they work with. nutrients tablets to feed the plants. But production is going apace, so that's pretty good. Everything goes into the storage out here. I have water coming in from the water collector here. Keeps everything fed. Same thing over here. This is the smaller one, but it's got an assortment of plants and things around. They have their little outdoor hangout break area here with a barbecue grill and stuff. Nothing super special, but tend to find them hanging out over here more than working the way they're supposed to. And then as far as inside my main residence here, there's been very little change. Hello, Lynn. You doing a little work in here? Everything's pretty much the same. Moved a few things around, odds and ends and things. Added some more storage up top so I could sort my things out better. And other than that, inside, everything is pretty much the same. But after that, today's plan is I've had some things that I've wanted to do. Specifically, I want to go visit the Sol system. I've been meaning to go back to Earth and the moon and see what happened, what's going on, and what it's like. And since I've got all these guys safe for the moment, everything's doing pretty well, I thought now would be a perfect time to head out and have a look at that.
Tin can protects us from certain death constantly, without fail. So far, anyway.
So let's go ahead and get up into orbit and get there. Alrighty, to orbit.
Ready here. Core is good too. And just like that, we're in space.
Oh, we got bad guys. We got bad guys.
Wrong place, wrong time. Shit. Vision! Vision!
Yeah, right. Scanning. Damn it! Spin up the drive! We're leaving. We're sorry.
Crack up on a commission.
Please, don't kill me!
Thank you. Mantis? What's a mantis?
Alright, that was easy enough. You guys okay?
I thought we were dead, but those spacers were terrified. I can't believe it. We were saved by the Mantis. Everybody keeps going on about this Mantis. Who the hell is the Mantis?
I am the ghost story that strikes terror in Spacers and Crimson Fleet alike. It's a long story.
I bet. I'll tell you all about it later. My mates back on Sidonia are never going to believe this. So is it customary to give the Mantis some sort of reward? The Mantis never takes a reward. Bless you, sir. Ma'am. I can't believe we were rescued by you. Wait, so this is free? You both gotta be pulling my leg here.
I don't ask for a reward, but if you happen to give one, I wouldn't turn it down.
Happily.
Safe journey, my friends. Safe journey. Oh, actually, I need to reallocate my power. There we go. Now we are going to head first to the moon. I got told I might want to visit a couple of tourist stops there. Yep. And we are on the surface. Oh. Science lab. Oh, he's quite a way over from mine. The old Apollo lander. There's the flag. They must replace this regularly because in actuality, because of no atmosphere, the solar radiation bleached the flag white after just a couple of years. So I imagine they probably replace it regularly since it's a tourist destination. And I got a snow globe. Something over there. I've got a lunar facility there, but I'm not really here to see that. I do want to run over and see if I can see that ship. Oh, wrong one. I have to get closer, I think, for my scanner to pick up the landing zone for that ship, which means it's probably pretty far off. Do want to check that, though, if there's any fellow tourists around. Iron. Yeah, not much on the moon. Let's run back past the ship here. I'm not sure if there's anything else on the moon worth having a look at. There it is. Oh, 700 meters away. Might be worth a run, though. I'm getting up quite a collection of ships. I still like mine better, but... Oh, they're down in one of the big craters. Yep. Oh, that's not too far. Especially with a boost pack. Nothing like low gravity. And I think one more. Are these just colonists or bad guys? Colonist. Typical. Hey there, guys.
Oh, wow. Glad to see another person out here. We're completely out of water and could use a spare drink pack.
Sorry, I don't have any to give you. I don't really carry drink packs on me.
That's all right. Last thing we want is for you to run out on account of us. But if you manage to salvage any from this site, we'd really appreciate it if you shared.
Don't think there's a huge amount of water on the moon, but maybe in some of the craters at the solar pole. Hey, there's a science outpost not far from here. They might have some water there. You guys should go check that out. Great. Now I have to climb back up out of here. Get back to the ship, or actually, I hate doing this, but yeah, that's not going to be a fun climb. Actually, yeah, I'm not going to bother checking that out. Ooh, there's another structure over there, but not really here for the structures. Okay, let's get back aboard. Let's head to Earth now, have a look at that place. I did do a quick stop in just to see Home Sweet Home. We will do another quick visit to there. Let you guys have sight. Lift off.
Good to stay here.
Much easier takeoff in lighter G.
Apogee complete. We're in orbit.
And the old lunar space station, but good old-fashioned Rocky Mountains in Colorado. Thought I'd pop in, see what Home Sweet Home is like, and as you can see, Home Sweet Home is a whole bunch of nothing, as is pretty much the whole planet. Come on, here we go. There's some natural formations, storm crater, and yeah, Earth is, well, not much of anything. What was left of Colorado is now nothing. Oop, wrong thing. So let's go check out and see if there's any of the other landmarks that might still be intact.
Do you require
No, I'm good. Load up.
I hope you're having a good day.
Yeah, pretty sad day though. It's going to be interesting finding out exactly what happened to Earth.
Time to push some G's. And we're back where we belong.
Yeah, and Earth has lead, still a little bit of frozen water left, but yeah, it's pretty much all that's left. The water's isolated to the poles, frozen ice form, but we're going to go visit London.
Landing commencing.
All right. I see something there. Very obvious.
How can I be of service, Captain?
Just hang out, watch the ship. I don't think there's anything around, but... Couple of natural formations. And... yeah, one building. Ooh, mercury. I don't have a lot of mercury. I'm gonna grab that. Well, you have to give it to whoever built this building for it to survive this long. I wonder if you can get inside. Wow. Looks like the interior's almost, yeah, completely collapsed. Maybe there's some way inside. Let's see if there's... Nope, nothing else here. Oh, yeah. Snow globe. Nothing else around here. Just a natural formation. Chloroscillins, which I literally have on my outpost. I sell that resource. Let's get back to the ship. Poor old Earth. There's not much left to look at. I wonder if any of the other major cities had anything survive. You'd think there had to be something. If that building can survive, there's got to be something else around. Maybe New York, Paris, Tokyo. There's got to be some other structures around that survived. We'll have to see what we can find out. From what I understand, there is a museum. I think it's on Titan. Titan was one of the first colonies. Might be worth going to check that out. Nothing there again. Yeah, I heard about that museum on Titan, so I think we're going to head there, see if we can find out a little information. Really curious about what has actually happened here.
Liftoff complete. Let's go home. This right here is my catnip.
Whoa!
Orbit reached.
Wow, we're just... all this garbage. Well, I guess in the panic to leave the planet with whatever happened, yeah, we just left a lot of junk behind. Where is Mars, Saturn, Titan? Set for the long, slow flight.
Be advised, you are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
Maintaining course.
And we're done. Feel free to land.
Ooh, and I have some ship repairs I need to do. Ooh, I think I might get it done when I land. If they have a place, the ship parts are a little more expensive. It's cheaper to have it done on the ground. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Same thing, a whole bunch of nothing. Let's get down.
I have something for you.
Yeah, what's that? You keep saying that, but you never have anything for me. Hello.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade Authority is always by.
Right
here for you.
No, not really, but...
You should inspect your ship for heat leaches every couple landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc if left unchecked.
Yeah, I actually want you to do that as well as do a little bit of repairs. Here's a standard fee.
Sure thing. We'll get it fixed up. Good as new.
Thank you very much. Ooh, yeah. I don't know. I think this place is really kind of spooky. There's this one place I heard about once
Finally.
called Far Harbor.
Yeah.
Very much had this vibe.
Stuff.
Okay, come on. See you when you make it in. Hello.
The people here live a simple life. Try not to complicate it.
I try not to.
Enjoy our visit here.
Okay. Ooh. Greenhouse mostly for... Ooh, I want these. Greenhouse for
You
oxygen
all can
production.
travel the stars, but someone's got to respect and preserve the old soul traditions.
Oh, yeah, no, that's actually why I'm here. Who are you?
We get a lot of tourists out this way, but most of them aren't so bold as to strike up conversations with us. What's your deal?
No, I'm actually just curious. Yeah, really curious about the cultivation.
You seem genuine enough. So what can I do for you?
What can you tell me about your farm?
Well, for one, it's my wife Mara's farm. I just had the good fortune of marrying into it. It's been in her family for generations. We're the best source of fresh produce in the colony. Not like that processed junk we get from off-world, and certainly nothing like that eyesore chunks.
Yeah, I kind of get you there. I prefer the real stuff myself. So, what kind of challenges do you face farming on Titan?
From what I know about farming elsewhere, it's largely the same. Big difference is that we need to import or make our own soil. And we need to be extra careful with our temperature control. Titan's surface is frozen, and it's not much better just below it with the ice caves. Then it's just a matter of artificial sunlight and supplying CO2 for the crops. It's not too challenging.
Well, I'm sure the people provide a lot of the CO2, so... Well, thank you very much for your time.
No worries. You have yourself a day now.
Wow, this is cool. Having to import the soil, though, that almost seems like a pain. Oh, now I'm curious about those ice caves below. Ugh. Chunks. Ooh, this is it.
Come to New Homestead for the history, stay for the quaint charm. Why, hello there! I'm Bill Starsap of Starsap Tours. Let me tell you, this place is full of history and interesting facts. For instance, did you know that New Homestead was one of the first colonies established outside of Earth? It's been populated in some capacity for over 200 years.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. Of course, everyone knows that.
Ha ha! I knew you were a fellow history buff. Well, tell you what, you come along on one of my little tours, and I guarantee you'll learn something you didn't know before. So what do you say? I've got an opening. I could take you on a tour right now if you'd like.
Yeah, that's actually exactly... That's exactly why I'm here. I'd like to go on the tour.
Excellent! You won't regret it. My tours are one of a kind. Now, there's just the matter of price. The going rate for a genuine Starsap tour is only 100 credits.
Yeah, you know what? I'll do that. You guys are doing this hard work trying to preserve this history. I'll pitch in my share.
Great! Let's get this show on the road, eh? All right, so this is New Homestead's main concourse. This underground area didn't exist when the original outpost, Titan Astrobase, was finished in 2130. Follow me. We'll come back here by the end of the tour and talk about the museum collection.
All right, 1 second. Okay. Okay, it's not under this. Okay, guess
But first,
I should have
let's
just
go see
selected
where
it.
people live. Now remember, these people aren't actors. They actually live here, so try to be respectful of that.
I will, don't worry.
Original inhabitants of the Titan Astrobase lived in pods like you saw up above. They transitioned down here when this section of the base was finished in 2144. Space is extremely limited, so you'll notice some overflow here, but more residences also exist on lower levels, which are inaccessible to tours. I'll stop at each of our destinations if you want to look around, or if you have any questions for me. Have any questions so far?
I think I'm ready for what's next.
Alrighty. We'll be taking the residential elevator to the farms area on the surface level. This way, please. Let's leave these good people alone for now and go check out the farms. Follow me up the elevator.
Oh. Oh, the elevator. I wonder if this is... Yeah, I was just up here.
It's a little weird that people come here to see what early colony life was like. To me, it's just how we live.
Oh. Somebody else coming in.
New Homestead's farms are the beating heart of the colony. Without them, the original outpost would have shriveled and died. These pods are sealed and climate controlled. Perfect environment for growing the hydroponic vegetation needed for survival in the early days of the colony.
Yeah, I already kind of got a little bit of a look at
We
this.
used to get more tourists than we do these days.
Yeah, I can kind of see why, honestly. Okay, he's busy because he's hung up.
Off-worlders always ask how I can live here.
There
I
we
wonder
go.
how they can live anywhere else.
Have to get him unstuck.
I don't mind the tourists. They help the local economy.
why do we have to farm? How is that part of our tradition?
Well, we tend to farm here because we need to grow food. And that's what our ancestors did on Earth.
But didn't they have big open fields and giant machines? We don't have any of that.
That's true, but still.
No disrespect, but I'd appreciate if you let me and my family be.
Okay, sorry. Didn't mean to intrude.
Any questions about the farms?
No, I'm ready to move on. I pretty much have it.
Onward it is! We'll be stopping by the Brown Horse Tavern later in the tour, which uses many of the locally sourced ingredients in their cooking. But for now, it's just a short way to our next stop. Follow me!
All right.
So, the old biolabs are just on the other side of this building, believe it or not. We'll step on through the hallway there. They're not in use anymore, but the colony has faithfully recreated them as a historical exhibit, true to the original purpose of the Titan Astrobase.
Oh, cool.
Sadly, they're undergoing some light renovation. Otherwise, there'd be interactive activities for kids to learn about how they used to search for microbial life here.
Sure would be nice to get off-world sometime.
Pardon the dust, but I can still answer some questions about the old Titan Astrobase biolabs.
Okay, what kind of life did they find here?
Funny you should ask. Sadly, none. See, NASA funded the Titan Astrobase project because conditions seemed ripe for primordial life to form in Titan's methane pools. They tested many different sites, performed deep core ice drilling, and more, yet nothing turned up.
Oh. So, that was it? What did they use the labs for after no life was found?
Well, NASA defunded the xenobiology program in 2132, but a scientist by the name of Catherine Neely proposed research into advanced colony building on inhospitable worlds. So, by 2135, work began on what would ultimately set us all up to create habitats anywhere humans dared to explore. These very labs housed the computer systems used in that research. That and general storage for the colony. Lots of storage.
Oh, you keep mentioning the Titan Astrobase? What is that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I completely forgot to mention that. That's what this place was originally called. When NASA divested its interest in the Astrobase and turned it over to the people back in 2185, they renamed it New Homestead and established it as a historical site.
Oh, cool. Well, I'm going to take a closer look.
Sure thing. Keep in mind, the Biolabs exhibit is closed for visitors, but I'll be waiting if you need a minute anyway.
Okay.
Boring assignment, but let's keep it away.
Okay, I guess I can't get in, so, never mind.
Pardon the dust, but I can still answer some questions about the old Titan Astrobase biolabs.
It's okay, we can keep moving.
You got it. On to our next stop. Next, we'll be heading outside, so make sure to check those seals on your suit because it's a bit chilly out there. We're going out into the frozen wastes of Titan to see what powers this planet. Watch your step outside, by the way. The ice can be slippery if you're not careful. The goal is to kick people out of Dr. Lakota's infirmary.
Yeah.
Stay outside for too long here on Titan. You will freeze solid without the proper protection.
Oh, okay. Oh. Catch up, Barrett. Dude.
Anyway, where were we?
Aren't you a little cold?
Powering New Homestead. As you might imagine, generating energy was a real
You're a robot, aren't you?
because the technology was much more crude then. But crude or not, it was that technology that sustained the old Astrobase. And it might surprise you to learn that the same technology is still working today.
Okay.
The interesting thing about this old colony is that it's mostly powered by clean, renewable energy. You'll see one of the methods used on the horizon up ahead. That's right, New Homestead's famous wind farms. This spot was chosen for the colony in part because of its constant winds.
Oh, that makes sense. But, yeah.
These turbines have been integral to the colony's function since its establishment as a cheap, mostly reliable source of electricity.
Okay. Yeah. Windmills. Kinda seen those before, but,
So, let's talk about wind power, shall we?
I think I'm ready to move on.
You're the boss. Let's go. Moving right along, we're going to learn about Titan's great natural resources. Titan is rich with hydrocarbons like methane and ethane. Surely you saw huge pools of the stuff on your descent into New Homestead. I like to think they add to the natural beauty of this world. Though, of course, stay away from them because, like anything beautiful, they can be dangerous. Just like my last ex-wife's pet. She had this gorgeous...
Barrett?
Oh, I don't know what you'd call it. Creature! The guy that sold it to her couldn't tell her what it was or where it was from.
What's up with you guys? Do I not need my spacesuit here?
Feathers, all the colors of the rainbow. Nasty bite, though. Wound up in the hospital and almost lost my hand. Still not enough for her to get rid of the dang thing. Anyway, there's a reason she's my ex-wife. But enough about me. We were talking about methane and other resources, right?
Okie dokie.
Hey, can you believe it? Back in the 20th century on Earth, they used to fight wars over natural resources like this and petroleum. They had this whole moon here, basically made of hydrocarbons in their own backyard. They just couldn't get to it. Incredible how far we've come. New Homestead is home to one of the oldest and largest methane processing plants in the settled systems. Every year, UC engineers go through a painstaking, month-long maintenance process. It's how this place has remained operational as long as it has. I'm not going to take you too close to the machinery, liability and all, but I can still answer questions.
Oh, no problem. I don't really need to look around that much, but I have a few questions.
Questions? Fire away.
What do they do with all this methane?
Exports mostly, since this world is so methane rich and has the infrastructure for it, a lot of the UC's methane comes from Titan. Of course, new homesteaders use it themselves for everything from generating heat to turning it into breathable oxygen by a modern science.
Okay. Wait, how did they turn methane into oxygen?
Oh, no one's ever asked me that before. Something to do with methane-eating microbes, I believe? I honestly don't know. Sorry.
Okay. Actually, the microbes sound kind of correct. How could they shut the plant down for maintenance if people rely on it to live?
It's not as if they shut down for a month. It's not shut down at all, actually. See, this place is built with redundant systems, so they can shut it down piece by piece and suffer only a reduction in throughput. During that time, the UC gets more of its resources from other places, allowing New Homestead to maintain what it needs.
Okay, no problems. No more questions right now.
Okie dokie, Artichoke. There will be time for more later anyway. So, this next stop is a bit of an interesting one. I only recently made it part of the tour. Fun fact, it's also the only natural landmark on the tour. What we're about to see is a glacial spire we affectionately call Ymir's Horn. This Colas used to be named after a character in a popular fantasy novel, but it was changed a couple hundred years ago to avoid any potential litigation. Now, what's a Colas, you might say? Colas derives from the Latin word for hill, and scientists only gave names to groups of hills on a planet's surface. So in reality, the term you hear more often is the plural, coles, with an E. You probably don't hear it very often where you're from, because it was usually a term reserved for unexplored planets, back when they didn't have the technology to describe what they were seeing firsthand. Because of that, the term is much more common. But you still hear it occasionally in reference to uncharted worlds. This planet's full of them, though, and they like to preserve that history here. So here it is, Ymir's Horn. You're free to take a closer look if you like.
Yeah, actually, Ooh, I have the geology perk. Colas are more like hills. Are you sure this isn't an ancient fumarolic ice tower?
How about that? You really know your stuff. Maybe you should be the one giving the tour. I kid. I'm not sure. I heard someone say that before. Something about the worn-down remains of an ancient volcano producing ice via steam? I don't know. It sounds like you understand this stuff better than I do.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be right back. I do want to have a quick look.
It can get slippery out that way. I'll wait here.
Okay. Yeah, I just do want to do a quick little look. Ooh, titanium here. I actually could use titanium. It's one of the things I have to, on occasion, search for. Oh, but this is a very... Oh, Methane Ocean. This is a very, I guess I would say, barren place. Oh, I'd feel so bad for anybody I stuck here to live. This is kind of horrible. Tungsten, titanium, useful. I could probably stand to build one here, but yeah.
So here it is, Ymir's Horn. You're free to take a closer look if you like.
No, I think I'm done here.
Excellent. On to the next stop then. So, we're gonna head back inside through the methane processing plant. Try not to touch anything on your way.
Okay.
We want to make sure to respect Dr. Lakota's wishes to be safer around here. That brings me to another point. You'll notice the people around here have last names related to where their families originated from on Earth, as a way to remember the past. The museum curator, Maurice Leon, has more information about that if you're interested. You can find him inside the main concourse. Loves talking about it. You'll find most of the locals here are very friendly to tourists like yourself. Tourism is a major draw to this colony these days, and they respect that. Most of them are happy to talk at length about what they do here. Their rugged lifestyle is a point of pride for a lot of these folks.
Okay. See, this is what I want to eventually do. Build something on this scale. they going to come in? Here they come. So sorry, here on a tour, just waiting for the guide to catch up. Okay.
This area we're walking through is the nerve center of the plant, where technicians keep an eye on the operation. Since methane production is such an important part of the colony's livelihood, it's important that the techs notice any issues and react to them quickly.
Just got a message.
Anyway, we're headed into the ice mines.
Again?
It's a natural spring where water bubbles up from deep below. But due to the cold, it keeps freezing as it reaches the surface.
We do what we gotta do until we can get the approval to replace the whole unit.
Well, at least haven't we?
Okay. Oh, sorry, didn't realize I was blocking you. Heat leech! Oh, no, you know what? Actually, I'll just use...
What was it? Did you see
It's a
something?
heat leech. Dudes, kill these things when you see them. Where did he go? Okay, he didn't go in here. I didn't see which way he went. I lost my tour guide.
Lots of history.
Oh. Where did he go? Oh, there you are. Sorry. I turned my back for a second. Ooh. This was something I was actually wanting to really see. Ah, so this is where they mine the ice for water?
What else can I tell you about the ice mines?
Is this where all the water come from?
All. Some water is created as a byproduct of methane processing, but that's usually saved in the emergency reserves.
Oh, okay. Well, if you were to heat this area, it would flood. It'd melt the ice. I'm thirsty. Can I drink straight from the source?
I wouldn't recommend it. First, it's an active work site. Second, it still needs to be filtered and checked for contaminants. But don't worry, we'll stop somewhere for refreshments before the tour is over.
Okay, that's good. I don't need to see any more. I'm ready to go.
Sounds good. Let's keep going then. We have just one more stop before we're done with the tour, and it just happens to be my favorite. This colony is home to the longest running establishment still in existence, the Brown Horse Tavern. The Brown Horse started as a simple mess hall for the scientists and workers when the underground was built, but it's been operated by the same family ever since. Now, what's a horse, you might say? They were a large four-legged animal on Earth, often used for transportation or manual labor. Long before space travel was even a dream for the folks of Earth, even before antique machines like automobiles were possible, horses could be found everywhere.
Those folks in Sidonia
You might
may
have
be
seen them
closer
in
to
old
Earth,
movies or read
but we
about
do a
them
better
somewhere.
job preserving
If
its
not, I
traditions.
highly recommend looking into them sometime. They're beautiful animals. The tavern's original owner was infatuated with them, from what I understand, and named the place in their honor. The moniker, Brown Horse Tavern, is also a throwback to names of similar Earth restaurants hundreds of years
This
before.
is a pretty common method of mining on snowball planets even today. It may be low tech, but it's effective.
This just made me realize something. We brought a lot of plants and stuff from Earth. Well, I mean, specifically foods and stuff, and I understand they're pretty much genetically engineered, but we saved all this people. Were we not able to save any of the animals? I mean, there's no dogs, there's no cats, there's no guinea pigs or goldfish. Yeah, that's kind of curious and very sad, actually. Makes me realize this place really is kind of a historical location.
That delicious smell is making me hungry. Can I answer anything about the brown horse?
Yeah, any menu recommendations?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I honestly love everything Anya serves here. I'd be doing her a disservice to recommend one dish over another. You want the real answer? Order one of everything.
Hold on.
Hey, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, give me a second. I actually want to check and
Why
see.
not order some food and make yourself comfortable?
Ooh, nice little bar setup. Mind if I see the menu?
Welcome. I'm Anya. Is this your first time with us at the Brown Horse Tavern?
Yes, it is. I've never been here before.
Oh, well, thank you for joining us. You're in for a real treat. We've got an assortment of food and drinks, some of which follow homemade recipes that have been passed down over hundreds of years. So, what can I do for you?
I'd like to see the menu.
Let me show you what we have.
All. Bourbon. Ooh, pierogies. $3.32. Ouch. But I don't have any of those. Got that. Got that. Wow, that's it? Wow. I'm not even going to say that because no. Nobody would prefer chunks over real food. So, thank you very much.
Take care. Thanks for stopping by.
Okay, I think I'm ready to go now.
That delicious smell is making me hungry. Can I answer anything about the brown horse?
No, you've already done. I think I'm good to go here.
Okay, then. All right, we're headed to the last stop, right back where we began. Feel free to check out the museum exhibit in the main concourse here. These displays are full of rare earth trinkets salvaged from before humanity left, and Maurice is happy to talk about the collection. The museum's curator, Maurice, will be happy to talk to you if you want to know more.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Well, that's that. I hope you enjoyed Starsap Tours as much as I enjoyed giving them.
Okay,
I'm an actual citizen, but the option is something different.
I'm not going to pay him extra for that. It was very educational. Thank you.
You're welcome, and thank you for coming along. Remember to tell your friends all about it. Take care.
Okay.
And the money you spend will go towards helping the family in our community.
Brochure, rough draft.
You can schedule your stay and go over some paperwork.
Oh, hockey stick. I want one of those and one of those. And one of those. Ooh, different kind of museum display. Read plaque. Natural space tree, blah blah blah. Okay. That's actually kind of cool looking. I don't think that's part of the museum displays. Miscellaneous knickknacks. Earth in the city of Edmonton, Canada during the 1988 championship game. That's all photos. I've got one of those. I've got an actual ball but no display case. Got one of those. Don't have one of those. That's the one I want. I remember a guy used to keep one on his desk. It was a different kind of stand. It was a stand like this, but this size. What was his name? Captain Cisco, yeah.
It's just another dead world.
It's where we're all...
Oh, a Walkman. I want a Walkman.
It's a place of beauty and unimaginable history. I cannot overstate...
Oh, I still want one of those.
...for all of humanity.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe I need to look up more about it.
We live a simple life.
That looks familiar.
But make...
Yeah, I think I've seen one of those before. Okay, I do believe... Oh, I need a piggy bank. Oh, I want a piggy bank. Ooh. And a vendor.
Careful. There are some dangerous areas around here that are not part of any tours.
Well, I guess that's it. Didn't really learn a lot about what happened to Earth, though.
Do you want to know what life was like for the early colonists? Starsap Tours was voted best historic tour.
You're Maurice, right?
Hello there. The museum here is free to everyone. Hello there. Are you here to peruse our little museum exhibit?
Yes, I am. Yes, I was just looking at some of the items in your collection.
Wonderful. These are all rare artifacts from before the collapse of Earth. There isn't much of this stuff left outside of private collections, but here we're happy to share a glimpse of them with the public. If you have any questions about the exhibit or New Homestead, I'm happy to answer as best as I can.
Well, I've got questions, but mostly, everyone here has such interesting family names. What's the deal with that?
When our early colonists learned of Earth's demise, they decided to take on the names of their cities of origin as a way to remember their heritage. Now, some may have been lost in translation over the years, and some may have taken it more seriously than others, but the names are mostly accurate. For instance, my family comes from the city of Lyon, in a country that was called France.
Oh, so there might be... Can you tell me more about the exhibit?
Of course. Certainly. We have several items in our collection that we rotate in and out over time, but they all originate from the same place, Earth. We have everything from toys to antique technology to sports memorabilia. We even used to have an old Earth vehicle, but we had to sell it when we ran out of space for it. Most of our collection was donated by fellow Earth enthusiasts and historians who felt it belonged close to the homeland here in the Sol system.
Well, thank you very much. I was hoping for some more information about Earth itself, but...
Enjoy the rest of your stay in New Homestead.
Well, I guess we're just not going to...
I still can't
tourist.
believe people actually live like this.
It's been a while since I last visited.
That we churn our own butter.
He completely bought it.
You didn't.
I did. I know I shouldn't have, but
This
I just
colony's a
wanted to
lot
see how
smaller than
they'd
I thought it
react.
would be.
But
Hi there.
aren't they going
Always
to think
nice
we're
to see a new
more
vase.
old-fashioned than they already believe? That's a good point.
They already
get
got
used to
at
the
us
like
methane
we're some sort
processing
of
smell after a
ancient
while.
curiosity.
Word
Oh,
of
I'm just trying to
So everybody here having their own special names of where they're from Earth. Most people are just citizen and tourists, so I guess we're not going to really find out much about Earth here. I was expecting a little more, but I guess we're just going to head back to the outpost and figure out what we're doing next. This was a bit of a disappointment.